Good morning and welcome to the second to last week to night school. I wanted to go ahead and talk about your final essay. Okay, so your final essay will be due on May 14th. If you need more time, please email me. I would be willing to extend it to May 21st, but no later than that because grades are going to have to be due and I need time to grade them and get them in and be done with it. Your final essay will be about the topic you chose for your thesis. So your thesis should have 3 main points: your stance and your counterclaim. So here's an example. Even though some people say that college isn't worth it because it is so expensive, college is important because those with a college degree earn more, are less likely to be unemployed, and more likely to get promotions. And these should be from your that's what you're going to talk about, so you might have to do a little bit of research if you're not doing it on the college, and if college is worth it or not. I'm still missing a lot of your thesis, and that's not gonna that's not gonna bode well for you, because you have to have it in order to pass this class. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Also, speaking of grades as well, if you are failing, you still can turn in some of the missing assignments. Otherwise, you're going to be, I think, dropped from the course. You're not, I don't know if they're going to go ahead and put an F on the transcript, but you will be dropped. Either you're going to fail the class or you're going to be dropped if you are failing. So that is important to keep in mind as well. And then you'll have to take this course again. And I've been saying that since the beginning. So it's very important that you either get the lead out of your butt the last couple of weeks or email me, then I'll have you dropped from the class. Okay? So your final essay, you will not have to write all 6 paragraphs. You will only write 3. You're going to have your intro with your thesis, main point. You will choose one main point to write about, and then your counterclaim, and that's it. You will also need your works cited, which will have at least 2 sources, and I'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll give you like an overview just to remind you of what a works cited is going to be. And then you'll need at least 1 source from a database source. I'll post an instructor video about that tomorrow as well. So I'm going to give you all of the information that I can right up front so that you can take it and you can go and work and do what you need to for the next couple of weeks. I'll do some check-ins every now and again, but for the most part, there's not going to be any more assignments. This is what you're going to work on, and this is what I'm going to be asking for, okay? So you will write your essay in Word docs or pages, whatever, Times New Roman 12-point font, double spaced 1-inch margins. So in the paragraph specific. So this is kind of what a paragraph should be. I am going to say, okay, I'm going to say, I would like each paragraph to be 4 to 6 sentences. And this has a couple more, so you're going to have your topic sentence, which would be like, college is important because those with a college degree can earn more. That's your topic sentence of whatever one you pick, and then proof, and then direct quote, analysis, paraphrase, analysis. Okay. I'm not going to require you to have a direct quote and a paraphrase. I will require you to have a direct quote or a paraphrase. I'm fine with you with your main point and your counterclaim. I know. Having a direct quote or a direct quote or a paraphrase from your notes. I don't mind either or. I think it's just be a lot to try to get through all of that. I'm sorry, she's not happy. That's going to be a little different. So here is my intro paragraph example. With your intro paragraph, I will talk a little bit about that today. with your intro paragraph, you need to have a hook that gets your audience's attention. That could be a statistic, that could be a quote, that could be your opinion, whatever. It needs to be something that's going to draw in the audience's attention. And this is my example. You can't use it, obviously, but every year, thousands of high school students enroll in colleges across the country. So, early junior high, students are asked to make a list of jobs they would like to have after college. Oh, I'm sorry, after high school. That's what to say. In colleges, they would like to attend. Great, I'm going to have to fix that. College has become almost a staple to success in today's world, which makes young people question whether college is really worth it or not in the long run. My answer is a resounding yes. So, my answer is a resounding yes. Just do this with you. So even though some people say that college isn't worth it because it's so expensive, that's my counterclaim. So I'm going to highlight that in a color. That's what the colors were for. So this is my counterclaim, and that's going to be my counterclaim paragraph, my topic sentence of my counterclaim paragraph. College is important. This is my opinion, my stance. College is important because those with a college degree earn more. And so then that's my main point 1. Are less likely to be unemployed. That's my main point 2. Oh my goodness. Are less likely to be unemployed and are more likely to get a promotion. And are more likely to get promotions. That's my main point 3. So now each of those are those are my main points, okay? And I underlined them so you could see. So that's my counterclaim. This one's my counterclaim. This is my stance. This is my main point 1, main point 2, and main point 3. So you're going to choose one of the main points to write about. And then you're going to write about the counterclaim just so that you know what it's like to, okay, well, this is the other side of it. That's what you should start working on for sure. If you get a statistic, if you get a quote, if you get anything, anything from another source, you need to make sure you put it in your works cited, okay? And I would just, for now, just tab down and then do the works cited. And then, so the works cited is going to be, okay, it'll just be straight in the middle. And then, it's author's last name, author's last, comma, first, period. It's going to be MLA. Also, is to make sure that you have the work cited, but then also if you get a statistic, you need to have it cited. So you need to have quotation marks and then parentheses, author's last page number, if it's a page number, parentheses, period. Or, so if I would say, according to Dawson, I don't know, according to the Pew Research, I'm going to make up something, 69.5% of Americans enroll in college. I made that up, so in parentheses, period. So quotation marks and then college, if that's going to be my title of the article. Okay, so then that's my MLA citation. Okay, so then it's either parentheses, either quotation marks, title of the article, quotation marks, parentheses, period, or parentheses, author's last name, and if there's a page number, then you put a page number, parentheses, period, okay? So authors, so then the works cited, I would just keep track of this as you go, because it's so much easier when you're having to do it as you go. And most of the time, it'll be like on history, like it'll be down there, or cite. I don't mind if you use EasyBib, but you have to have all of the information. You have to be able to do all of this. So you have to have the author's first name, last name, if there is an author. If not, it'll be the title. So title, period. If it's online, you have to have the website, the date of publication, and I don't mind how you do this, and then the whole URL. You need the whole URL, which would be like up here, copy it, okay, and you do need a period there. There is no numbers or anything like that, but it is MLA. And it's alphabetical order by author's last name, and I'm going to go more into depth on that later. But I would just keep track of it. We can kind of fix it and go on. So for now, I want to talk about this, and then I also want to talk about. I do want you to start looking for your sources, and so I'm going to give you a super quick. Here is how to determine a credible source. That is important. Anything with like debate.org, Wikipedia. Usually it's something like .edu is pretty credible. So this is what you should go. So this is a flowchart. So the goal is finding a credible source for your thesis. If your source is deemed not credible, you must start over. So is your thesis done? No. If your thesis is not done, so why? I don't know. Do it. You need to do it. You have to do it. It's very important. So then go to Safari or Chrome or whatever. Go to Google, type in your topic, look through the articles. So you could say, is college worth it? And look through the articles. Click on the article tile, not an ad. Is it blocked? Okay. That's pretty. I mean, if it doesn't have an author, it's okay. But so then does it have a publication date? Okay. It depends on the article. Some of them won't have an author or a publication date. It really just depends on what it is. Things that are like resources don't usually have that. But yeah. Is it an author? Is it just some person with no credentials they're talking about? So some random guy. If it is, it's really not credible. If it's just some guy in a tin cap in a basement that's talking. So kind of look through this to determine if your source is credible or not. It's pretty important that it is credible. So as you can see, I am writing a paper. That's actually in the classroom. So what is important for you to do today is to really start thinking about what you're going to write. Start looking for sources. You need at least one source, so one for the main point, whatever you pick, and then one for the counterclaim. You don't have to find both today, of course. But I want you to start really thinking about that because we need to start looking at it, okay? If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, I'll put all of this online and then you can do what you need to. So have a great day.